Sean here with TN Catfish Couple. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you. We're trying to make better videos. I'm going to get better at this. Got me one of them there fancy GoPros, and got my phone too. And we're just doing a little as we can, what we can. You know, we ain't here to be real fancy and all. We're here to help people, and we want to help you catch more fish and get more catfish and try to share our experiences in life as what I've learned over the years fishing this. Just thought I'd make a video and give you a little experience of what I wanted to do yesterday. As y'all know, we've been on a bait run this past weekend. We call it a bait run. It was actually her daughter's graduation down in Alabama, and we took that opportunity to go down and do some pier fishing and do some sightseeing, and those little short videos we posted, you know, and showing that, and we had a lot of fun, and we caught several fish, a lot of fish, and good eating fish, you know, Spanish mackerel and some white trout and blue runner, and but we got back home and we wanted to go out yesterday, and Monday was just horrible, or Sunday was horrible. Wind was gusting 30 to 40 mile an hour. We went up, we're gonna try to catch some skipjack, have a little bait, and I'm telling you, every time the skipjack even come out of the water, they get blew over to the next lake in the next county. The wind was horrible, but we did have a little bait to go yesterday, and I told Mom, I said, we're gonna try a whole new place, different, you know, just to see if what I'm thinking and what's in my mind is working. And, you know, and as I try to help you guys with practical experience, you know, I ain't gonna tell you to go out there and, hey, do this, do that, when I don't do it myself. I guarantee you everything that I suggest for you guys is gonna be stuff I do myself. And one thing that I do like to do is look at a lot of maps, and you know, and I watch videos and watch a lot of people on YouTube. There's a lot of people I watch, and there's some good stuff. There's good stuff out there, and you learn a lot just by watching people fish, and if you pay attention to detail, you know, especially when they're fishing local lakes and places you're familiar with. You know, you can watch them and see the areas they're fishing at, but nothing's going to beat getting out there and hitting the water yourself. And the best way to know where to go is to start at home before you even go with some good lake maps. And, you know, I've got Navionics, and I'm not knocking Navionics. That's where you need to start with some good maps. And like I said, I'm still learning how to use this camera. I really suck at editing, so that's why I try to do everything as I can, and not have to go through here and edit a bunch of stuff, which you need to cut out all the garbage. And I like to talk, man, alive do I like to talk, and you just got to cut out a lot of that. But anyway, to get back to our trip yesterday, I wanted to try a new place. I'd never fished before. I mean, I know the river. I've been on this river since I was, you know, 15 years old. And as far as, especially this area, Caney Creek boat ramp has sort of been my home ramp all my life. I live about 2.5, 3 miles from the boat ramp, and I used to bass fish extensively, and you know that's where I put in at all the time. All these years, I've always put in there, and these other places too. You know, in Kingston and Rockwood, and plenty of good ramps all around. But Caney Creek is my home port, you might say. So, as I was looking at maps, and here I'll just give you a good view here. Here's, if this thing will focus in, and please excuse me, I'm trying. We'll get better as we go. Now, here's one of the first maps that I look at, and as you can tell, Caney Creek boat ramp is right here, and it comes out into the main channel here on the Tennessee River. And if you look at the map, you know, there's an underwater island right here. And you see a lot of people, I see a lot of people every time I'm out here on the water, you know, fishing this island, and they'll fish all up to the end, and I've seen people online fishing this very island, and they'll fish just, the channel splits and goes around it, and they'll fish that side, and they'll fish this side. And so I fished that island a few times. Here's your little better view of it as you're coming out of Caney Creek. Here's this island. You know, and it's about 20 at summer pool. It's, you know, about 24 to 22 feet deep. And this is going upriver. River flows this way. And you see a lot of people, they'll fish this ledge here, and then they'll fish this island on both ledges there with a lot of success. And so I was looking through these maps here, and I thought, well, I want to try a new place. So if you come off the end of this island, I'm just telling you where I was fishing at yesterday. I'm going to show you. You wonder where I'm fishing, and so I'm going to show you where. And runs back into the ledge on the other side. And the river's flowing this way, so it's got to hit here and come up, and the water's going to try to curl around this ramp. It's a natural resistance, and roll back into these pockets here. So what I was done yesterday, we set up about right in here and started dragging. And I wanted to drag, like I said, I've never fished this spot. I've never in my life fished this area. But what drew me to this point was this feature in the riverbed. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Look for stuff like this. Look for changes in the contours. Look for change is what attracts. And why it attracts is that as this water comes up here, as it rolls up this side of that thing, it slows down. I mean, I'm just talking maybe a half a mile an hour, maybe a mile an hour. It'll slow down when it hits this underwater contour change. But as it rolls off the backside, it will speed up on the trailing edge, and you'll actually get a little increased, a little turbulence underwater. I'm talking at depth, down here at 36 feet, 40 feet, and it creates little old food pockets, how it pulls bait and food, and it's natural to come down through here and it'll draw stuff back into these pockets. And this is what you're looking for when you go to, and this applies to any lake you go to, any river. Look for pockets of change where the flow is going to draw in not even bait, but trash, timber. You know, catfish love that stuff. But anyway, we started out dragging down here, and there's a house up here on the ledge, and he must have had a steel cable or 2 or 3 cross ties or 1,400 trees in the water. As soon as we started, we got snagged. All 3 lines in the back snagged up, broke off. Man, I was getting aggravated, but tied them back on, and we got our lines back in the water and started dragging. And we didn't catch no fish yesterday. Hey, every day is not a fish day. We just got to fish for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But when we got to this point right here, I wanted to come on the backside, but the time I got retied, we come to the front side, and we had some real good hits. I mean, solid hits. Nothing just grabbed it. There, then again here on the front side. And so stuff like this is what you need to look for to try to help you catch more fish. And that's what we're here for. Here you see this same feature that we was just looking at here at this map, and how it rolls on up around the river. So you just keep watching us, and you know, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to try to do more and more of these videos to show you, hey, here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm fishing. And I ain't afraid to say, hey, I tried something new, and we didn't catch squat. We didn't yesterday. Don't mean there ain't no fish there. We had some good solid hits. We just didn't hook up. And that's part of it. And I've got 2 different cameras here. I'm trying to look at one and look at the other one. And y'all just bear with us. And hopefully, you know, I can post something out that will help you catch more fish. That will help you go to some place and say, hey, there's a new place. That looks good. And be able to fish there too.